350.
What is the minimum range for your partner?
250.
Do you know what the average salary is in the United States?
Yes, I've heard all the stats.
Set at 64. So at 200, why is that not acceptable? And this is a no judgment, so I'm not going to push back on this. I just want to understand the logic.
She is not the average woman, so why should she accept the average man? Why are Black women the only demographic that's consistently challenged and questioned when we have standards? Even if what we are asking for is what we also bring to the table and what we also align with. This woman makes between $250 and $350 a year, and all she's asking is a man to meet her at her lowest. And yet that is still a problem, and yet...
Okay. I'm gonna hold you there. Men and women are, listen to me carefully when I say this. Men and women are both looking for different things when it comes to entry point to dating. Women generally look for how well a man's doing financially. They look at a whole bunch of other things afterwards, like character, etc. Everything comes to the table. Men, in general, do not base whether they want to get with a woman solely or predominantly based on the amount of finances she's got to offer the relationship. It just doesn't. We're operating at different tables. This is where the disconnect has happened. This is where people are not understanding what's going on. This is where the discourse gets heated, because for some reason or the other, women have convinced themselves that men are predominantly looking for the same things that they're looking for. So that makes you believe when you go out there and you're looking for a man that, well, I'm earning 250K, so the 250K man should value my 250. They don't give a damn about your 250K. They don't give a damn about your money. If a man's earning 250K, he do not give a damn about your money. What he does care about, first of all, your entry point is the way you look. So if you got a face that is the equivalent of a 250K man, guess what? You are going to get the outcomes that you want. You are definitely going to go get the outcomes that you want. But if you don't have the 250K face, generally, I'm not saying all the time, generally, the man is going to feel like he can do a little bit better, because why shouldn't he get everything that he possibly can? People rarely settle for what they can, for the lowest point of what they can get. People always get the best that they can possibly get. There's no one that turns around and says, oh, you know what, I can actually, go shopping in the most expensive place and it's completely affordable and I can go and get this and get this and get this. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? If it's affordable and if it's something that you want, why wouldn't you go and get it? Most people, if it ticks the boxes of I can get it and I want it, more often than not, they're going to go and get that thing. They're not going to be like, let me get this thing that's lesser, because why would you do that in any walk of life? Nobody would do that. So when you think about what a man wants from you, just think to yourself, he wants my looks first. That is the first thing. Some men want some financial contribution towards the relationship. Totally fine, understandable. But guess what? You got to be cute to him first. It all goes back to the same thing. You got to be attractive to him first. And the more money he makes, the more higher the attraction level that he wants and he's able to get. Because guess what? Now he's a lot more people's types. You got a lot more competition, but for some reason, they just want to overlook it. And I don't understand why. I don't understand how hard it is to see, but we digress.
You are questioning as to why she can't go lower. Notice how she said her minimum is 250 and he said why not 200? But I promise you, if she said 200, he would have asked why not 150. If she said 150, he would have said why not 100. It doesn't matter what your standards are, they're always going to challenge it. Do you think she's in average spaces when she makes that much money? Do you not think she's around other people, colleagues, friends of friends who also work in the same industry as her, who also makes that much money?
Which is even more interesting, because if she's around all of these people, then she should have absolutely no problem finding someone that's looking to take her seriously. If it is really as simple as this young lady is saying, Paulette, if it really is that simple, then she would have absolutely no trouble finding the man that she is specifically looking for. Things ain't hard. Things ain't hard for people that have the means to get certain things and do certain things. It's not that hard. So why is she on this show speaking to this gentleman right here, not finding specifically what she wants? She should be off somewhere. She should be on a date right now. She ain't got time. Her man should be phoning her up right now, being like, "Hey, baby, where you at?" But the fact of the matter is, we know it's not working. So the more we know it's not working, the more we watch these things and say, "Hey guys, guess what? Maybe the equation is not really balancing out the way you want. Maybe you need to move a couple of decimal points left, right, or center, or work out the equation a little bit better here. Put the sum. You need to do something." But at the end of the day, it is not working. That's why she is on the show. So when you guys come on here and you give your take and you give people advice and you say, well, nah, she shouldn't have to lower expectations. Guess what? Reality is what teaches us most things. It doesn't matter what your opinion is. It doesn't matter whether you feel like she shouldn't have to lower expectations. It doesn't matter whether she feels like she doesn't have to lower expectations. She's got to deal with her actual living reality and say to herself, what am I actually, who is the pool of guys that's actually speaking to me right now? Who is interested? Because there is a big difference between who you think should be interested versus who is actually interested in you. So the worst thing you can do is be in this delusional zone and not take into account what's actually happened at face value in your life and thinking, I should be getting all the way to your 80. And then what we're going to say? I'm still holding out for that 250k guy to come and deal with me. It just don't work like that. And this is really, really bad advice from this girl.
Maybe because I'm from New York, my perception on money is a bit different, but it is not hard to meet other people who also make six figures. I don't know what this woman does for a living, but the fact that she makes $250 to $350 a year means that she is constantly around people who are equally yoked to her, which means her dating environment is a bit different than the average person, and she doesn't have to worry about the average man. Y'all tell black women to pick better all the time, and when we try to pick better, you want to beat us down as to why. Why do we think we have the right to ask for what we want? Listen, I don't know who this interviewer is, so I don't know if this line of questioning is being malicious or he's just asking to act as an interviewer, but I just had to give my 2 cents.
But is your
You know what? Honestly, you do not have to ask for what you want if you're capable of getting what you want. You ain't got to ask too many questions. What you want actually finds you real quick. If you are capable of getting what you want, why not just go out and get it? You ain't got to ask no questions. People that are capable of getting what they want, they don't sit on interviews and say, "Oh, why am I not meeting the guy that's earning 250? Why are you telling me to lower my expectations? Blah 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 blah." Make it happen. If it's that easy, if you're around these guys all the time, make it happen. And this girl's here giving her the worst, honestly, giving her the worst advice. But let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts on this one. And as always, I will catch you in the next one.